Okay, so I've started recording. If at a point you cannot hear me, please let me know in the chat, or you can just do like a thumbs up or something so that we know that's okay, so I will know that you can't hear me. You understand? Okay, so the first thing first, is uh content, right? Your content is king. We've heard it so many times. Content is king, content is this, content is that, and all of those things. And it is the truth, because the truth is your content position you, right, as an authority in your field, right? It's position you as an authority. And I'm not even saying that, you have to like all the time, whereby just be in front of the camera, and start talking and all of those things. You don't have to, right? You really don't have to. You can still show up, right? You can still show up with your content, with what you have, right? So basically, what is content, in a reality? So there are those things that you share on your account, right? So it can be videos, it can be your products, pictures, it can be you just talking it to the camera, right? And it can also be graphics, you understand. So and one of the ways that you can actually do that, not just to post like that, because most people, they just get product pictures and they just post it. That's one fly. Okay, because the truth is, for a fashion brand, that posts consistently when it comes to styling tips, customer testimonials, trending outfit ideas, that kind of person, that kind of brand will get more engagement and sales, right? They'll get more engagement and sales. It's not a rocket science, right? It is not like maybe Instagram is being partial. Do you understand? They will get more engagement. Oh, okay. To me, it's saying that she can't see my screen. Oh, okay, ma. So I've not started sharing my screen. Thank you. Well, once I start sharing it, I will let you know. Thank you so much for letting me know. Okay, so we're talking about content, right? So for a fashion brand, I was saying that for a fashion brand, posting consistently about the things that they do, customer testimonials, trending outfit ideas, posting your products, right? Giving tips and advice, right? That kind of brand will get more sales compared to someone who is just posting random, product pictures. Do you understand? So that is why, it's always good for you to just, to position your content, right? And that is one of the ways you can do that. In the slides that I shared with us, that was on Wednesday, right? I actually break everything down when it comes to the type of content that you need to create. And I'm just hoping, I'm hoping that you guys actually went through that slide, right? If you don't have it, you can send me a message on the group, or I will even send it again, so that you guys can have it, right? Because your content is what positions you, right? And you need to know the type of content to post. You see, content is coming up with content is not a problem as far as I'm concerned. Not even now that we're in this era of AI. Do you understand? You can just put the right prompt into ChatGPT or the one of Google or any of all those AI software, right? You will get your content. You will get things to post. Do you understand? So have that at the back of the mind. If you've not gone through that slide that I shared with us, please and please and please make sure you go through it, right? So another thing that you also want to have at the back of your mind, is there are tools, right? So what are the tools that you want to use for your content creation process, right? What are the tools that you want to use? Because at the end of the day, you need things to work with. You understand? You need things to work with, and one of the tools that you will need is Canva, right? So if you are not familiar with Canva, I think this is the best time. You can download this on Play Store or on App Store. If you want to use it on your desktop, you can also do that as well, right? It is available. All you need is just your Gmail, and then you have the free version, and then you have the paid version, right? So you need your Canva, for designs, right? And of course, you need CapCut. So talking about Canva, we also talked about brand identity on Wednesday. So you can use Canva, right, to achieve that. Do you understand? So the next thing is, of course, is CapCut. I know many of us, in fact, I want to say all of us knows, CapCut. Even if you're not very familiar with InShot, at least you know CapCut. So you can use CapCut or InShot, to edit your videos. So as far as Instagram is concerned, right, you want to make sure that your videos are in portrait mode. Don't put it in landscape, right? Except probably the video is long or you have two people in the video. But aside that, make sure that your videos are in portrait mode, right? Get good lighting. Good lighting is good. Good audio is good, right? I usually hear something online when people say things like, just show up, just show up. That's not the right way. Yes, it's good to show up, but maybe they did not complete that sentence. Is you need to show up correct. Do you understand? You need to show up correct, because you cannot just show up, with your content, right? And in the video, we are not hearing what you're saying. The video itself, it's so blurry, it's dark. And then you're saying that people are not patronizing you. I'm sorry, how do they want to patronize you? It takes the right investment. Even if you run your heart, right? You're like, oh, okay, I don't have anything to do with organic marketing. Even if you run your heart and your videos are not good, people can't hear what you're saying. It's blurry, dark. There is no way people want to patronize you. It's not like, okay, maybe they don't just like me. No, you need to show up correct, even with your content. Do you understand? So when it comes to your videos looking good, you can always use, CapCut, or InShot for that. All right. So another tools, that you want to use is Pixels, right? So I'm going to share that right now. So it's just like Canva, right? It's just like Canva, whereby this is the name pixels.com. So you can also get from this website, right? This one is actually a website. You need to use Google, right? Or Chrome. So from this website, you can get your stock images. Some are free, just like Canva. Some of those images are free, and some are also being paid for. So you can always get your content, from here. You understand? Maybe you just want to post like maybe just something that resonates with your brand, that resonates with your niche. You understand? Don't forget, we also talked about niche on Wednesday, right? So in here, the only thing that you want to do is just to put in the keyword of what you're searching for. Do you understand? So let's say I'm into let's say skincare. I said skincare. So you can always type in skincare. So it's going to give you these other options, right? So you have skincare products, skincare essentials, depending on what you want. So if it's picture that you want, you click on this picture, you click on this, yeah. So if it's video, just click on the drop down and then you're going to see videos. Right. So anyone that you want, it works. So once that is achieved, you click on enter and then you're going to see all of this. So you can always choose, right? So it's not limited to just what is it called? To just skincare. Even if you're into fashion, right? You can do that. I also use this particular one, this particular website to also get content, right, for my own brand too. So for this particular video, this was where I got it from. Let me share my page. So this is my page, right? So this content, so something like this, just something aesthetic like this. If it's something that you want just to pass across an information, you can always use Pixels or Canva, to get it. Do you understand? So like I mentioned earlier, it's not just for coaches, it's not just for people that do skincare. If you do fashion, if you do wig revamp, or let's say fashion, remember you can always choose between pictures and videos. So you type it in and you're going to get different options, right? You might not even necessarily have to like, okay, just copy what they want. You can even come here, to get ideas, right? You can come here to get ideas. Probably you need something to insert, into your videos, right? That is B-roll. You need something to insert into your videos. You can always come here to get it, right? As long as it's not the paid version. These are the ones that are paid. You have so many options for the ones that are free, right? So are we still together? If you are still together, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that we are still together. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, right, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we've talked about, the tools, right? So the next one is, so these are basically content creation tools. So the next thing I want to talk about is the social media management tools, because as a business owner, you're going to need that tools, right? So, yesterday Adela was saying something about Meta Business Suite, right? She said that you can use Meta Business Suite to run your ad, right? That is correct. And another thing that you can also do with Meta Business Suite is you can use it to schedule your content, right? So if you don't want to schedule your content on Instagram, right, you can always schedule it through Meta Business Suite. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show us like real quick so that before we move to the next one. So just in case you've downloaded it, right? Just in case you've downloaded the Meta Business Suite, let me share my screen. So if you don't have it, you can always download it. It's available on App Store, Google Play. So, so you're good. I'll stop sharing. Okay. So, okay, so what you want to do, here's the echo. So you go to Meta Business Suite. So this is my account. I already connected it. So you go to these three lines that you have under inbox. So you go to these three lines that you have under inbox, right? You tap on it, and then you're going to see notification, ads, planner, insights, all of those. So you click on planner. So it's going to take you to a place where you see, dates and all of those things. So it's up here where you have the month at the top. So depending on the month, that you're looking out for. So since it's March, so all I need to do is just to really scroll, and then I'm going to see something like tap to create. So I'm going to click on that. So you can always do something. You can always schedule your post, your reels, your story, even your hat, right? So say for example, I want to schedule my post. So I just click on post. So now it's going to ask me if I want to schedule for both Instagram or and Facebook. So since it's just Instagram, right? If it's the two, I'm going to check the two. But if it's just Instagram alone, I'm going to check out Facebook, and I'm going to click on done, right? So I'm going to type in, my caption as always. I'm going to put select my videos, right? So I'm going to select my videos or static post, anyone. I'm going to click on done. Then you are at the top, you're going to see next. So you just click on next. So you're going to see publish now, schedule, right? So you tap on this. So you can put in the time, right? The time that you want your content, to go live. So once that is done, so of course, you cross check if everything is fine, and you click on schedule. So that is just that simple. That's how you can schedule your content through Meta Business Suite, right? So please, is that clear? Is that clear? If it's clear, just give it a thumbs up. Okay, okay, awesome. So let's go back to our slides. Okay, so now that that one is clear, so now that that is clear and that is out of the way, so that's how you can schedule your content, right? So another platform, that you can use to schedule your content is something that is called Later, right? Later or Mapoly, right? But those ones, they are not free. They are not free. They're not like they're not like Meta Business Suits. Do you understand? So they're not really free. You get, but why waste money when you have something that is free to schedule your content? Exactly. So let's move on. So that's it for scheduling your content, right? So another thing that you also want to have at the back of your mind is something that is called automation, right? Automation techniques, basically just to streamline your workflow. So for those of us who are interested or who will be running hard, right? And then, you don't want to start replying to your comment, one after the other. You just want to automate it, right? One of the platform, that you can use is ManyChat. So I don't know if, I don't know how many of us that have heard of ManyChat. So let me share my screen again so I can show us. So if you've heard of ManyChat, just give me a thumbs up. Heard of ManyChat, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so basically this is it, ManyChat, right? So it is used to automate your comments and your DMs, right? So say for example, you're running an ad, just like the ads, that we did, right? That was like last week, right? So this post. So this was the ad that we did, right? This was the content that we ran an ad on. You get, so we already wrote our captions and everything. So what we did was we now said comment BMS, to secure your spot. So immediately you put that word there, you're going to receive a message, right? So for this one, right, honestly, the only thing I did was just to put the words there from back end. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know when this message entered, but immediately she commented on that, those letters, there was a response for her. And not just the response in the comment, there was also a response in the DM. Do you understand? So that is one of the ways to actually work smarter, not harder. Do you understand? And the truth is, when it comes to automation, it is not compulsory if you don't want to use it, right? It is not compulsory. But I just feel that as a business owner, because you don't really have that time, right? You need to like make sure that things are just on the go. You understand? They don't need your attention, so to say, at that particular time. So it means that you can focus on other things. You get, so to use ManyChat, what you have to do is you will be required to like, of course, sign in as well. Sign up, sorry, required to sign up, with your Facebook. So all you need to do is just go to, is because I've already signed up. So just go to manychat.com, right? And it's going to ask you, to sign up with your, what is it called, with your Facebook account, because you need your Facebook account and your Instagram account, right? So once you sign up, this is what you're going to have, right? Again, for all this software, you also have the free version, you also have the paid version. You understand? So for ManyChat, there's also a free version that you can use as well, to automate your content, your DMs. You get, so the part that you are interested in, for yourself is this automation, right? You have homes, you have your contacts, this is your profile picture, right? Your Facebook profile picture. You will need your Facebook profile picture. So this is live chats and this is automation. You're going to see something like this. So you're going to click on it, right? So once you click on it, it's going to ask you new automation. You get, these are the automation that I've actually set, on my own account, right? These are the automations that I've set for myself. So say for example, I think I've actually run out, but let's just see this can go. Okay, so once you click on new automation, right? New automation, you're going to have these options, right? You're going to have these options. So this is majorly the ones that people actually love. You get, because what happened is that was also the same thing that I did for my own account as well. So once someone type in that word, they get a comment and it takes them directly to the DMs. You understand? So you might just want to check on that. So once you do that, you're going to see this interface, right? You're going to see this interface. And what is asking you is, it's going to take you to your content, where you have your content. right? So you can actually use any content that you feel like, but because it's a free version, you can only go for like I think four or five posts, to automate, right? So now you're going to click on see all. So it's going to take you to your content. You're seeing all your content because, of course, you've already connected it when you were signing up. Do you understand? So let's say we want to use this content. So you click on the content that you want to use, right? And then you scroll down, right? Once you scroll down, you're going to see something like a specific word or words you get. For my own, what I did was the specific letters that I used was BMS. If you understand, I use BMS. So depending on the words that you also want people to comment on, that will take them to the DM, that's what you're going to put here, right? So it can be anything really, depending on what you want, right? So it can be trends. So once anybody comments on trends, to just take them to the DM. So it can be makeup, it can be bridals, it can be wigs, so anything basically. So you just type it here. So you just type wigs. So once that is done, you scroll down, right? You scroll down, and then you're going to see a message. So basically what it does is once you put that letters there, so it's asking you that after this letter, what is next? So the next thing is to, of course, to welcome them, to say, okay, thank you, I'm so happy that you're here, thank you for clicking on the link, thank you for commenting on the word, things like that, just to say thank you, right? There's a template already. So this is a template. You can always edit it to whatever suits you. You get. So if you don't like this, you can always edit it to something that you like. You understand? So of course, you scroll down as well, and then you're going to see this. You can also change it, to something else, right? Something else that you want, you can also change it. And so for this one, a DM with the link. So it means that, okay, once I comment on this one, so what's next is going to happen? Send me the link, right? So it can be, there you go. There you go. It can be something like that. Or it can be, I can't wait to do your makeup, things like that. Just words, right? Or we can't wait to see you view our collections. Do you understand? So these are basically how ManyChat. This is basically how it works, right? So once you put in your words, the next thing you want to do is you're going to click on this go live. So once it's live, automatically is life. That's just it. It's just as simple as that. So that's how ManyChat works, right? And it just helps you to automate, because you never can tell when your content begins to do well, right? When my content went viral, right? It was not even this particular one. It was not even this particular one that went viral. I also did the same thing too, right? I did the same thing. And I'm like, comment SMM, right? And I will personally send you a DM. Just imagine I had to reply how many people, it was a lot of enquiries, right? So just sending them message one by one, you're not working smart as a business owner. Do you understand? So it's the same thing too that I did here. I also do the automation, right? So, and I'm like, if you want, this particular one was my ebook. So I just, comment CTA, and I will DM you 20 plus, content ideas, right? So once they put this, once they comment that CTA, automatically they're going to get a DM, right? And once they get a DM, it's going to take them to my landing page. It's going to take them to where they can buy the product. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So yeah, so moving on, another thing that you want to do is also to batch your content, right? So what does it really mean, to batch content? It just means that, you taking some time off, to create your content, instead of, struggling with it, creating it daily. So just imagine spending only 4 hours a week, just to create your content. That is better, and that is working smart, compared to doing it every single day. I know batching content can be, it can be stressful sometimes, because you're like, oh, okay, this particular day, I just want to create my content, right? So if you can't do 4 hours, that is fine. That's not bad. You can do 2 hours, you can do 1 hour. The idea is just to make sure that you're creating your content. You have something in reserve. That's the word. You have something in reserve, right? So I want you to do that. So the next thing that we want to do now is to understand social media analytics, right? Because most of the time, people don't know the type of content, to push out because they don't really know what is working. Do you understand? Is when you know what is working that you'll be like, okay, I want to create more of this thing. But if you don't know what is working, how would you create more of that? You get, when I started, creating content, right? I honestly feel that what was working were static posts. You get, but not until when I introduced, creating reels, short form videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually working well. But it's not I didn't just come up one day and like, oh, this thing is working well. There's actually a place where you can check and you have it on your account as long as you have your account is a business account. All right. So I'm going to show us how you can do that. And also how you can check, when your audience are active online. So the reason you want to post when your audience are active online basically is so that they can engage with your content. Because one thing with Instagram is when they see that, okay, more people are engaging with this content, there's a high chance that they are going to share it to more people. So basically that's the reason you want to make sure that you're posting when your audience are active online. You get. So I'm going to be showing us all of that as well. So just hold on while I share my screen. Okay. Please, can you hear me now? I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go back to Instagram. Let me go back from the beginning. Okay. So I was saying that once you come to Instagram, right, the one of the places that you want to get all your details from to really scale organically is from your professional dashboard, right? But if you're just starting out, you might not really like focus on this, 100%. You understand? But if you've been posting your content over time, you really need this particular place. You need this particular place, right? So I was saying that this section is gold mile, right? You have almost everything that you need to really scale on Instagram, right? When it comes to trending audio, I'm still going to be showing you how you can find trending sound, right? Because trending sound is actually one of the things that has also helped me to really scale when it comes to visibility, people asking for inquiries and all of that. So in here, if you don't want to go through, explore page, you can just come to your professional dashboard. You're going to see this aspect, right? So this you can have your trending sound, you can have add tools, inspiration, and all of that. So we're going to take it one after the other. So let's go to views, right? So I said something like from here you can do the last 7 days, the last 14 days, the last 30 days, previous month, last 90 days. You understand? So let's just do previous month. So you just click on update, right? So this is what we have. So in here it's saying that from January 1 to January 31st, this is this was the analytics. This is the result, that I have on my account. So it's saying the account reach, 950,000 people. Those are the people that I was able to reach, right? And the reels, right? Types of content. So for me, the type of content I worked was reels because I was pushing out more of reels. For some other people, it could be carousel post, it could be static post. So it differs, right? It's not like it's what I have on my account. That's what you're going to have on your account. No, it doesn't work like that, right? So another thing that you also want to check out is the content type, right? So which of the content actually performs well, you understand? So you can always check, from here. And in here you have, profile visits, you have external links tab, right? So profile visits basically means that the total number of people that checked my profile, right? External link is people that clicked on my link in bio, right? So if you notice, like for example, now this particular place is minus 61.3 to minus 6.3%, right? It means that the previous month was higher. So that's why I have the minus sign. So if it was higher than the previous month, it's going to be a plus sign, right? So that's it for that. So another thing that you also want to do is the interaction, right? So interaction basically means, total number of people who engage with your content, right? Total number of people, total number of likes, total number of, of comments, total number of saved. Okay, how many people save my content, right? How many people share it? You understand? So you have all that. You have all that here. So you go back and then you have the total followers. So this total followers it's really good, right? So in here it just gives you an overview. Okay, so how many people actually followed, how many people followed me. So for me in between January and this February, right, 365 people followed me. Why 95 people unfollowed me? So the numbers will always go up and down. That's why sometimes you get to, people always ask me, Bimbo, why is it that my numbers are reducing? You understand? So if you really want to check how many people unfollow, how many people unfollow, you follow and unfollow, just come to this particular section. You're going to have all those details. So you want to scroll down, right? And then you will see cities, towns. You can also click on countries, right? So you're going to have, where your audience are engaging from, right? So for me, I have Nigeria, I have United States, like that. So another thing that you're also going to see is the age range, right? So how many, what's their age range, right? So this will also help you if you're doing your targeting. You understand? It's, in fact, it will be handful. You're going to need it, right? So that, at least you have an idea. So for me now, I have more of people, 25 to 34 engaging with my content. 35 to 44 is not bad, right? Why, 65 plus, in fact, they're not even, they're just, okay, 65 plus is even higher. You see, it's even higher than 55 to 64. So when you're doing your targeting, especially when it comes to the age range, you can always use this information. Even when it comes to the location too, right? When it comes to location. So if you come here, you see something like, you see Lagos, you see Abuja, you see Accra, again, from your own hand, it's going to be different. You understand? So it means that you have more people, you know, what girls watching your content, right, from these places. So it means that you can target them, you can target them, and it means that you're going to get results, right? So one, if you want to run your ad, anytime you want to run your ad, that is if you already have content on your account, you can always come here just to have an idea of the age range, the location, and then you can get that those details and then use it to run your ad. So in here, you have the gender. For me, I have more of women, right? Compared to men. So this particular section is the most active time. I was saying something like you need to post when your audience are active online. So this is where you're going to find out, when they're active online, right? So you have 12 a.m., 3 a.m. So all you need to do is just to tap on it, right? So you're going to tap on that. Again, you're going to see the numbers, right? So today is Friday, right? So it means that 1,054 people are online by that 6 p.m., right? So if I click on let's say 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to is not bad, right? But at least my best bet is this 6 p.m. Because that's the higher number. 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. is not bad, but once you just see the highest number, it means that that's when you have more people that are active online. So the idea basically is to post your content at least 15 minutes before this most active time. So this is saying 6 p.m. So it means that I need to post my content like 5:45. You get 5:45 or at least 5:50. You get, so that my content, it just gets to them, right? So that's it for the total followers. Then, of course, this one is talking about your DMs, right? The response rates and all of that. So, say for example, you're like, okay, I don't really have much, I don't really have numbers, like that. Okay, is the peak time uh, different from accounts as well? Uh, okay, so the peak time, I don't think I understand. Is the peak time different from accounts? Please, can you
Sorry to
explain further?
interrupt.
I
Like,
don't
I
really
was
think
just
I
asking
understand.
that the time that you just showed now, like, is it different for different accounts? Like, my own is
Hi
different from
guys,
yours,
can you
or
hear
is it
me?
like a general thing? Do you understand? Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, okay, I can hear you now.
Did you get my question?
No.
Okay, I was saying that is the time, that time you just showed us now, is it different for different accounts, or is just like, is it peculiar to your own account, or is the same across all accounts?
Oh, okay. I get a question. Let me just pause this thing. Okay, so for the account, right? For the peak time, it's different, right? It's different from accounts, account to account. The only thing that's different is just the numbers, but how it is still the same thing. But it differs from account to account, right? So let's not say, for example, you don't really have much content on your account, right? Because this actually works well if you've been posting, regularly, and you have people engaging with your account, right? Another place that you can see when your audience are active online is when you click on this plus sign, and as if you want to go on live. You understand? So you just go to live, right? And automatically, can you see 371 followers active now? So that's another way you can check, when your followers are active online. So if you don't want to go through the dashboard, that's professional dashboard, you can always come here, just click on the plus sign as if you want to go on live, and you're good. You're going to see the numbers of people that are active, that are active online. So okay, so before I stop sharing, let me just quickly show us how you can use trending sound, right? How you can use trending sound, so that I don't have to like come back. I don't have to like come back to this place again. Okay. So one of the reasons you want to use trending sound is just for two things, right? But majorly for visibility, right? You want to get to a large number of people. That's basically one of the reasons you want to use you want to use trending sound, right? But the trick with trending sound is it can be tricky, honestly, because there are times where you just be on Instagram, you will just be searching and searching and searching. For you to find a trending sound is voila. So this is what we're going to do. You go to your view, right? And I'm trying to, I think I might have to use my other phone, because this my phone does not really have. Okay, I'm a bit soon. Let's see. So this is what we're going to do. Let me connect with my other phone so that I can show us how to get the trending sound. Please give me a moment. Okay. So now we're going to go to Instagram, right? Just the normal the normal way. You go to Instagram and you just click on the views tab, right? You click on the views tab. So once you see this arrow, I don't know if you can say it, under the username, right? Once you see that arrow, it means that the sound is a trending sound, right? That's just what it means. So what you want to do is to click on the audio itself. So once you tap on the audio, you're going to see it, right, trending. So you don't even have to like tap on the audio itself to know that it's a trending sound. Once you see that arrow that I showed you, it means that it's a trending sound, right? So now the trick is, despite the fact that the sound is trending, right? You might not really want to jump on it. You know why? Because now you have 189,000 views. I've already used it. You get, and once you when it's already 189,000, it's not a good one, right? It's not a good one. So yeah, so it's not a good one. So another thing that you also want to look out for is the original sound, the original one. So how many views does it have? So for this one, it has 1.7 million views, right? It means that it is good, right? It is good. But the only thing that is not good is the total number of users. Because if you jump on it, it's already saturated. So that's the word. Let me just put it that way. It's already saturated. So jumping on it, the chances are very slim that your content is going to get to a large number of people, and then you're going to get more views. Do you understand? So what you want to do is, of course, you have to like look for another one. Let's say this one. This one is 26K. This one is still good. So what you want to look out for is the original video. The original video is 15 million. So the original video needs to be like 1 million and above. Even if it's trending, that original video must be in millions for you to jump on it, right? It must be in millions. That's number one. And number two is the total number of people that have used it. You want to be on the lookout for that. So once you check and that is fine, the original video is over 1 million. The total number of people that have used it is not saturated. It's still below like between below 1K to like 5K users. That is still good, right? But another thing is you need to make sure that it resonates with your niche. Do you understand? Because that is another thing that will make your content to actually go viral. You get. So once that is fine, that is checked, you just click on use audio, right? You click on use audio. Once you click on use audio, it's going to take you to your gallery, right? So you're going to click on the videos that you want. You're going to click on next. You have to click on next as well. So there are times whereby the video that you want to upload, it already has an audio. You get. So what you want to do is, so for example, you still want your own audio to still make a sound, to still be talking. You get, maybe for example, the video that you want to upload is, maybe there's a particular sound that you like. Maybe it's this maybe Chris Brown song, or maybe an Endless Ocean song. You still want that particular sound, right? So what you want to do is, of course, you click on next. So will come here. Okay, I've stopped sharing. Let me share again. Okay. So you go back. Please, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. I'm not sure if this thing is sharing my screen. Okay. So remember, once you pick your audio, right? So you're going to click on this. You can click on edit video, or you can click on this one that represents sound. You get. So you click on the sound, and you're going to see volume, right? You click on the volume, and you're going to see something like global clip audio. That is your own original audio, right? So again, this particular option is when you want your own audio to sound, right? If you don't want your own audio to sound, just leave it like that. Just leave it like this. But if you still want your own audio to sound, make sure that you increase the volume and then reduce that trending sound. You can reduce it to like one, one, right? It will still be under the background. You understand? So basically, this is how this one works, right? Remember, if you want your own audio to still sound, this is what you're going to do. You're going to increase your own audio and then put this one on number one. You get? So once that is done, put in your caption and all of that, and you're done, right? So we're good with this. So another thing that I want to let us know is for trending sound. So there are times whereby that particular sound, it has copyright. And if it has copyright, there will be times whereby those guys, the owner of the song, might want to say that, okay, I'm taking this song down. And if you've used the sound on your own video, especially if it's a talking head video, it means that your video, there will not be sound. People will not hear what you're saying. So this is an example of. So let me show us an example of what I mean. So now this is my page, right? This is my page. And for this particular video now, this is like a talkhead video, right? Whereby I was talking about my training program. Do you understand? For this type of video, it is not advisable to use a trending sound. Just use your original sound, right? For this type of video, do you understand? Like you're talking to the camera, you want people to get to know about your brand, things like that. It's not advisable to use a trending sound. Because if you use a trending sound, and at the end of the day, the owner of that sound decides to say that I want this sound to be off Instagram, it means that your audio, his own audio, everything is gone. Nobody will hear what you're saying. You understand? So that's one of the reasons. But for content like this, whereby you're not talking, it's very good. You can use trending sound for it. So I hope you understand. Is that clear? If it's clear, just give me a thumbs up. If it's clear, give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right. So don't worry, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. So basically, that's understanding your analytics, just to make sure that okay, things are working, right? If static post is working for you, so example of a static post, right? This is a static post because it's just one post, right? Example of the carousel is this because it's 2 or 3. So for carousel post, you can have up to 20 images or 20 pictures, right? That's a static post. That's a carousel post. This is a reel, right? So it's in your dashboard that you will see the type of content that performs well. And once you see that this one works well, of course, the next thing is to create that type of content. Do you understand? Okay, can't you replace the sound? No, you can't replace the sound. If the sound is up, it's up. Unless if you want to upload a new video and then use another sound. So the only thing that you can do on Instagram is just to edit your captions. Okay, because I have a post like that and I can't replace the sound. But the option to replace it is there. Okay, so this actually works probably when you want to run an ad. You understand? Probably when you want to run an ad. If you notice, this also happens too when you want to run your ad, right? They will tell you that for this particular song, you can't use it to run an ad. They will tell you to use another song. You understand? So you also need to be very mindful about trending sound. You get, if it's a talk head videos, please just use your original sound. Or if you know that okay, it's not a what is it called? It's not a trending, it's not a talk head videos, and you know that you want to run an ad, still don't use it, right? Just use your voice. You can even do a voiceover, or just choose another sound, right? Okay, that's one of the disadvantage with training sound. But we need to help you. 100% is going to help you. I'm telling you, what it will help you. Trending sound, that's the clause that I mentioned. Don't forget the original sound, it has to be over 1 million. And then the total number of users, it has to be between 1K to 5K users. You get it? So that thing works. Because it was trending sound that I actually use in this video, right? Even this content, right? I posted this content before. I posted it before. The only thing I did was to use another sound, right? Was to use another sound. Even this particular video too, I posted it before on my page. So how many of us knows how to use trial views? Trial views. It's a new feature from Instagram. How many of us know how to use it? If you know how to use it, please just give me a thumbs up. Trial views. Okay, so if you don't know how to use it, it's not difficult, right? So because of time, I already have a step-by-step guide on how to use it. So I will just share the link with you. You understand? The step-by-step guide is there, right? Because one thing is, especially if you're someone that don't have time to create new content, you can always use your old content. You can always use your old content and then post it again. But if you're not sure, you're still like, oh, I don't know if this content will do well, you can just use that trial list for it. You get, so you're going to see the number of people, that like it, because the content will be shown to your non-followers, people that are not following you. So it's a good indication. If non-followers are already liking your content, then it means that if you share it to your own audience, just you will get more views to it, right? So before we move to the next thing, the trending sound, right? It also works extremely well, even with your memes, right? Even with memes, entertaining content, it works. For this particular video, right? The sound tool was trending. You understand? The sound tool was trending, and as at that time, it was also between it was not up to 1K, right? And the original video was 1 point something million as well. So I jumped on it. You understand? So when it comes to your trending sound, it also works. You get. So please and please make sure you look out for it. Trending sound, it works. I'm not even going to like sugarcoat it or anything, but it works, right? So this is and if you've not started using memes for your page, please and please start using it. Okay, so Lara actually, I used to call her, okay, there's a way she pronounced her name, I think it's Lara. So she actually posted our first, what is it called, our first meme, that was yesterday, and look at the views that she already has. She already has 1,008 something. Look at her other views. Can you say 200, 300, 116? But the entertaining content that she posted already got 1,000 and something. And also look at the interaction, 46. Look at our other interactions, right? So if you've not started using entertaining content, you don't have time to create your own original content, you can always jump on entertaining content. Please go through that slide and start creating content, right? Just start. You understand? This thing works. It works. If you do this thing like consistently, I'm telling you, trending sound. I'm still going to teach you how to write your caption, yeah? Trending sound, entertaining content, and you did not get results. Just send me a DM. I will send you back your money. I'm telling you, if you do this thing consistently, and I'm not even just talking about views, getting followers, because of course you get followers. I've showed you, my analytics, right? The numbers of followers that I got, last month. You get, but you just need to like make sure that you do it well and you do it right. You get, and another thing that I even want you to do is, if you can, take a screenshot, right? Take a screenshot of your page, of your bio, right? The total number of followers that you have, the views that you have in a month. Take a screenshot, and then after 2 weeks, or after 4 weeks, compare and contrast. And in doing all these things consistently, just compare and contrast. If you do not see any difference, you don't get views, you don't get enquiries, you don't get sales, send me a DM. I'm going to send you back your money. Just to let you know that this thing works. I'm not just teaching you something that I read online. No, it's something that has worked for me, right? It's something that has worked for me. And if you do it consistently, trust me, it's going to work for you as well. You understand? And if this is working and you now back it up with your heart, you'll be cashing out. Maybe I should even start collecting tithes from you people. Right? So so that's the idea. So let's quickly move on. So we've talked about, trending sound, right? And we've talked about how to know when your audience are active online. You can check through your professional dashboard, or you can check as if you want to go live, on Instagram. You've also talked about, how to schedule your content, right? So the next thing that I want us to talk about, which is the final one, is how to write a catchy Instagram caption. Because you see, all those things, trending sound, schedule, SEO, they are not complete without your caption, right? Your caption is just what sealed the deal. Do you understand? It's your caption that sealed the deal. Don't be like every other people that will just come on Instagram and say available, send a DM. No, write something. One thing I tell people is, if you're not comfortable, speaking to the camera, right? Of course, you need to take baby steps. That's me. Don't just stay at that comfort zone that, okay, I don't want to take it, I don't want to do it. You're just there. No, baby steps, right? Do videos, do voiceover. That's baby steps. And before you know it, you start talking to the camera, you start doing 10 seconds. That was what I did for one of my clients. Madam Juice, that woman will tell you that, Bimbo, I don't want to do videos. I said, no problem. Right. Me, I know what I have in my mind. I told her, she started with 10 seconds, and right now she feels comfortable, right? So what I just did for her is, even if it's 20 seconds you're going to do, I'm fine with it. We'll make it up, just so, because at the end of the day, people want to see that authenticity. They want to see that uniqueness. You get. So let's quickly talk about how we can create that catchy caption, right? So again, you need to please go back to what is it called? This ChatGPT content calendar that I shared with us on Wednesday. So all you need to do basically is just to copy the prompt, right? Copy the prompt, and you go to ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT is just, www.chatgpt.com. This is how it looks like. This is the interface. So if you're someone that you're like, oh, I don't know how to create content. I don't even know that what content to create. Or, okay, I know the content to create, but I don't even know how to write the caption. I don't know what to write. No problem. ChatGPT got you. You get. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to chatgpt.com, and you're going to put in this caption that I gave us. This prompt that I gave us. So acting as a social media manager, you can do 30 days, you can do 20 days, but let's just do 10 days, since I just want to show us, tailored to my niche. Remember, your niche is very important. So if my niche is, let's say, travels, fashion, hair revamp, blah blah blah, so I'm going to put that. So I have here. So that's what I have. The content should be a mix of nurturing. Don't forget nurturing. You need to nurture people, right? That's one of the advantage, of this educational content, right? But remember, the first step is to get people, right? Because if people don't know what we are selling, there's no way they will patronize us. So one of the ways we get people is to create entertaining content, because that one works very fast when it comes to visibility. That's the first thing. Let us get them first. That's one thing I tell people. Let's get them. So when we get them we now create content that will nurture them, because that's the next stage. You need to nurture them, because I'm just saying you for the first time. Why should I buy from you? Why should I, patronize you and things like that? So once you get them, the next thing is to nurture them. And how do you nurture them? By creating content, that resonates with them, talking about storytelling, all those things. And then the last one, of course, is to sell to them. You get. So please don't forget, you can just read that slide. I really detailed it when it comes to, the different types of explaining all this type of content. So yeah, we have evergreen content, like that. I want engaging caption, right? Engaging caption that incorporates storytelling, like that, right? So we also have, please, basically this prompt, yeah. So you just click on enter, right? You just type enter. So it's going to give you the response, right? So this is the response that you have from ChatGPT. So it's going to load up. So you just wait for it to load. Okay. Okay, so it's still on day 4. So it's still loading. So depending on the number of days that you put, that's what you're going to have. You understand? It's just as simple as that. If you want 10 days, it's going to give you 10 days. If you want 5 days, it's going to give you 5 days. 30 days will give you 30 days. So you can see that you don't have any excuse not to post content on your account. Honestly, with this with the introduction of AI, I don't think that people should still have issues when it comes to creating content. Honestly, when it comes to writing your captions, the whole idea is just know the right thing to put there. Because when it comes to ChatGPT, your bestie is your prompt. Because with the right prompt, you get the right content. Wrong prompt, wrong content. That's just how it works. But once you're able to get the right content, trust me, you are good to go. You get. So basically, these can you see? These are the content ideas that he has given us. So another thing is, if you don't even like this content that you have here, you can just come and just say, please give me another one. Because it's just like human being, right? It's just as if you're talking to somebody. You get, just like you're not, this one is not he's not human being, you get, it's a robot. But that's the idea. So if you don't like it, you can just type it here, please give me another one. You're going to get another response, right? So basically, this is how you can get your content, right? When you talking about using ChatGPT, you get. So it's going to give you content that nurtures, content that sells, memes. It's not going to give you memes idea, industry trends, right? Industry trends, all those things, the mute, the banking, a mint, right? Things like that. So with this, if you don't create content, I'll come and meet in your house. So if you don't want me to come to your house, just start creating content. If you are into makeup, just put your niche. You're selling bags, put your niche. And anything that you're selling. Fashion, oh, just put it there. You understand? So hey, Omolara, you don't have any excuse now not to create content. You get. So once you see that everything is fine, and you're good, right? So the next thing, of course, that you want to do, say for example, for this one, I saying before and after every revamp, right? It's going to give you the format. So it's saying carousel, right? It's in carousel. So it means that you need to post 2 or 3 content. You get, and this is your caption. Well, it has given you the caption, it has given you the post, it has given you the CTA, it has even given you the hashtag. So what else do you want? So another thing that you can also do, to really scale, because all of these things basically they are really optimized, right? The words are optimized, you understand? Because of course people are searching for air revamp, people are searching for luxury hair, people want to know how they can revamp their hair. That is if you're targeting the right people, you're in the right niche. You understand? So that's how that one works. Another thing that you can also do, to also optimize your content is also to go to you can also go to Google, right? You can also go to Google. But with that ChatGPT prompt, you're actually good, right? But just say for example, you still want more. So all you need to do is just to type, let's say quick revamp. You come to Google, revamp. So you type enter. So even before that, quick revamp. So all these things, it means that these are what people are searching for online. So you don't need to bombard your content because it doesn't have to be too long. Your caption, sorry, it does not have to be too long, right? Just take few words, maybe just 4, right? With revamp, with revamp mini, with revamp products, things like that, right? So, and of course, you scroll down. Then another app that I want you to also have is this keyword everywhere, right? it's also very good. You understand? Now I'm bombarding us with different apps, but it will help you. You get the only thing. It's also the same thing. Just come to Google and just type in keyword everywhere, right? So that you can install it, on your the extension, or is it the plugin now, on your laptop or on your mobile phone. You get. So this will also give you an idea of what people are searching for. You understand? So another place is when you scroll down, you see people also search for it. Because at the end of the day, Instagram has now become like Google. You understand? Instagram has become Google, because people just come to Instagram now and they are searching for something. So if you optimize your content very well, there's a high chance that your content is going to pop up, right? Your account, sorry, is going to pop up. And before you know it, people start checking your account. You understand? So that's the whole idea when it comes to you optimizing your account. You get. It is not difficult. It's not difficult. Just make sure that you put the right prompt into ChatGPT, and make sure that the things that you do, your niche, you have it in the caption, right? You have it in the caption. You have your keywords. Keywords are basically things that people are searching for. You have your keywords in your caption. It will help you, and it's help you to go a long way. So when it comes to keywords, right, things that people are searching for, so you have something like primary keyword. Don't worry, I'm going to send all these documents to us on the group, right? Or I will send it to your email. So you have primary keywords. So primary keyword are essentially what people are searching for, that main thing that people are searching for. Right. Say for example, I'm into fashion, right? And I'm saying, how to mix match, your outfit to look fabulous every day. Of course, I know that people are searching for mix and match, especially if you sell adire. You understand? So that mix and match, I need to incorporate it into my caption. So that as people are searching for mix and match, there's a high chance that my content is going to pop up. So that's the primary keyword. So if you're a social media manager and your target audience are business owner, in your caption, you need to put business owners, you need to put entrepreneurs. If you sell bags, you sell perfume, when you're writing your caption, you need to put all those words. Those are the primary keywords. So you need to put those primary keywords there. So as people are searching, your content can actually pop up. Another one is the blend keyword, right? So this blend keywords basically works with storytelling. You understand? So say for example of fashion niche again. So storytelling is basically you putting people into that situation, right? You want them to have an idea of what it is. So say something like, oh, 2 years ago, I struggled to find clothes that match my vibe. Nothing really fit, and my confidence was just there. Guys, like it got to a point where I just felt like it is how it's going to be. But then that was when I created this timeless space, well fitted fashion, just to make you look effortlessly gorgeous. That is blend keywords with storytelling. It works a lot. Because one thing with storytelling is you're not just saying that people come and buy what I'm selling. You're putting them in that situation. Do you get? You're putting them in that situation. You're like, I know what you are feeling, no, because me too, I've been there. That's the idea of storytelling. You're not telling people, come and buy what I'm selling, no, I've not eaten today. That one is not a marketing strategy. If you like, don't hit, people don't care. If you're not putting them into that situation, you're not making them to see reason why they need that thing. Trust me, is all you get. So that is basically how blend keywords. That is how it works. It needs to blend, just like the word blend. It needs to work with something, and it works perfectly well. With storytelling. Say for example, to wigs. Because say something. I used to think that once your wig is old like this, it's done for. Then I discovered the magic of deep conditioning, restyling, proper revamp technique. Now I help women, or now I can help you, to get your wig back without spending a fortune on another one. What do you think you're trying to do? Even me, if I hear that thing and I've been thinking of, it's like I need to buy another wig. And then someone is telling me that I don't have to buy another wig. I can still get a new one. I can still get that old one, but still make it new. I'm saving money now. So I don't want to talk too much on that, but that's how blend keywords, and that's how it works. You need to blend it with something, and it works perfectly well, with storytelling. Another type of keyword is long tail storytelling. right? So basically, just like the word, this one is not really specific. This one is not like primary. It's actually long, right? So it could be something like, looking for something that is affordable. We have different outfit that, you will not break the bank, and all of that. Affordable fashion is something that people are also searching for. You get. And do not forget the last one. Do not forget, always add a call to action. Always add a call to action. Even with the call to action, add a keyword to the call to action, right? Add a keyword to it. Let people know. Let people know that, okay, this is what we are selling. This is how you can find us. If it's the link in bio, make sure that your link in bio is working. Do you understand? Make sure that the link in bio is working. Make sure that everything is okay. Do you understand? So that's it for the caption. How to write, good captions, right? How to write good caption. The idea is to first start with ChatGPT, put in your own feel to it, put in your own keyword. Make sure that you're putting the right niche, right? Because that's the idea. Make sure that you're putting the right niche so that the people that you want to attract, people that want to attract, there are people that we need back, and then your niche, or the niche that you're supposed to put, is something else, that will not work. You understand? So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Don't worry, we're almost done. I think we have just like a few minutes. Do we have questions? If you have questions, you can please unmute. We have questions. Okay.
Um, I wasn't really following at that Google part. I don't know. Can you just summarize what the Google part is for? I got engaged with a conversation here. So sorry about that. Just a summary of
Oh,
what the Google thing is for.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay, no problem. So basically, the Google part is just to get more keywords, right? It's just to get more things, that people are searching for online regarding the things that you do, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to Google, and then you want to type in the things that you do. Like, say for example, since you're into the makeup niche, right? You want to go to Google, and then just type in, maybe bridal makeup. If you do bridal makeup, right? So you're going to get different options, right? You're going to get different things that people are searching for. So once you get that, so I'm saying that don't just bombard your caption. Don't put everything that you see on Google. Don't put everything, in your caption, right? What you want to do is you want to put just few words, right? You want to put just few words and insert it into your caption, right? So how do you insert it basically? So let me just quickly show us camera. Okay. Okay, I'm not share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, please, can you see my screen? Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, so now, say for example, you've gotten your caption right from ChatGPT. Remember, don't just copy what you see on ChatGPT and paste. Add your own feel to it. That's the idea. Make it to be authentic to you, right? So, say for example, you already, put in your caption, right? Say for example, this is your caption, right? you know so now this is the keywords that I'm talking about. Sometimes it comes before your hashtag, or it comes after your hashtag, right? So for this guy now, he's a photographer, right? And these are the set of people that he's targeting. These are the set of the set of people that he wants to reach. So he's saying that photographer in this country, in Birmingham, photographer, Liverpool, all those things. So I'm saying that to also get an idea of how to get this type of keyword, you can use Google for it. Although ChatGPT is also going to give you the keyword, right? But you can always use Google for it. So Google will basically tells you what people are searching for. That's to do with your niche, right? So the idea is once you get what people are searching for, don't make it to be too everywhere. Just put few, right? And once people come on Instagram and they search, there's a high chance that your content is going to pop up. Do you understand? So I also mentioned that if you can get this plugin, right? This keyword everywhere. This particular one, keyword everywhere, that's the name. You can type it in Google or Safari, right? Keyword everywhere, and just put in your niche, what you do. You're going to get an idea of what people are searching for. So from here, you can just copy and then put it into your caption, right? And of course, you use your hashtag, right? But do not forget that the whole optimization, it starts from here, guys. It starts from here. It starts from your bio. It starts from your name. You can see this guy now, camera boss, his name, what he does, London photographer. So there's a high chance that if someone is searching for London photographer, you come to this explore page and then you type in London, there's a high chance that it's going to pop up. If you're a social media manager, there's a high chance that your page is going to pop up. You get. So optimization, keywords, it starts from your bio. Do you understand? It starts from your bio. So please, please, and please, and please, make sure that your content is optimized, your page is optimized, and all those content that I talked about, you do them, you post them. It's just in no time, you will see results, right? So do we have any other question? Okay, is this Google visibility? Because I heard some people put their business on Google. Yes, you can have your business on Google too, right? It also works well. You can have a business on Google, but this one is different, right? Putting your business on Google and getting visibility from Google, that one is one hand, right? But Instagram is different. Do you understand? So basically, what you're doing is people that are searching on Instagram, they can get your content, right? Once you put in the right keyword, there's a high chance that they're going to get your content. Do you understand? But if it's Google, of course, it has to be Google. Okay, so it's not like it's interwoven. The only thing that we are doing on Google is just to get keyword. Well, so once we get the keywords, we just we just bring them to Instagram and then we put it in our caption. So I think we're good. I think we're good with that. Do we still have any other question? Do we still have any other question? So don't forget ManyChat. Don't forget which Meta Business Suite. If you don't have time to post, just schedule. You can even schedule up to 1 week. You can schedule up to 2 weeks. You can schedule your story. So people will not even know that you're not online. You understand? But the idea is to schedule well, to show up, but to show up correct. Do not forget, right? So we don't have questions, right? So if we don't have questions, I think we can call it a day. Thank you so much. Adiola sent her regards. She sent her regards, and she said that if you have questions, anything that you're not clear with, you're free. You're free to send her a message. You're free to chat her up, right? So thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this masterclass. Thank you so much. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to take in just 3 days, but with time, right? Taking it, baby steps, you will definitely get there. And this is not the end of the class, right? You can always reach out. You can always reach out anytime, like any time of the day. You can always reach out, and we're good. And yes, I can't wait to see I can't wait to see your progress. Don't forget that thing that I said. Screenshot your total numbers, what you have, screenshot your interaction, just so that you can track if this thing is really